Good morning. I have a couple things that I wanted to share top of mind with you, and I'm gonna try my best to walk this line. I don't think the person who with whom I had a conversation with will be watching this video. I think that's right. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this conversation that I had yesterday and maybe extend it and apply it to more things. Anyway, I met this really smart girl, and she's a, how much do I say? Um, I would say she's in a very good, well-paying job position in Silicon Valley. And we were talking about, or I asked her like if she likes what she's doing, and she was like, not really. I want to make more of a difference in people's lives. And so we talked about that. And what I noticed in our conversation was that I felt as though I kept hearing limiting beliefs, reasons why she couldn't. She said this one thing. It was like, I've just accepted that if I want to help people and make a difference in their lives, I will be poor. And I was like, that's such a like strong claim to make. That is it's just not true. And how could you make that claim? Like, you're just limiting yourself, you know? And so she said she was interested in housing. I was like, oh, well, I mean, you could buy real estate and rent it out and make it accessible to people. And she brought up all these reasons why, big corporations are buying up all this real estate, and it's, it's not profitable and whatever else. And I was like, the point I wanted to make was I wanted her to keep her mind open to possibilities, because this like the words and the stories that we tell ourselves are so impactful. And there's this quote, I think either from Alex Hormozy or he was quoting someone, that it's something like the most influential beliefs are the ones that we don't even question. It's the ones that we just assume are true. And those are like guiding us, So anyway, it made me reflect on my own limiting beliefs. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it's just very interesting to hear someone else's perspective. And back 3-4 years ago, I was big into fulfillment and wanting to actually help people and find something that I'm fulfilled by. And as I reflect on that now, I think I'm not as strong into that viewpoint as I used to be. And I'm not entirely sure why, but I think right now I'm focused, and I'm interested, and I'm enjoying this new path of business and pushing my comfort zone, and I see as I like the problem solving aspect of it, but I also see, and this is one of the things that I wanted to try to convey in that conversation, was that my understanding of business is at the end of the day, you're getting paid by providing value to somebody. In essence, you're helping them. And that's been a big reframe for me. It's like I felt this underlying belief that, a business is inherently a scam or inherently bad. Charging people something is inherently bad. And that's been a big frame shift for me, and I'm not there yet, that's for sure. But even just doing something, building something that I believe provides value, I think there's this inherent, I'm helping people, and think about how much this will help them. Is it helping them lead a more fulfilled life? Not directly, but yeah, I think I've just evolved from that, and maybe I value different things now. But I wanted to share one thing that I thought was applicable here, and that was I was chatting with one of the owners, I guess you would say, of this networking group that I'm now in. And he's insanely successful, bunch of different businesses, very successful businesses, has an incredible physique, great life. And I was asking him how he has either connected or disconnected money from fulfillment. And almost off the rip, he goes, paying off my parents, there was some backstory of the struggle that his parents went through to raise him. And he goes, paying off my parents' mortgage was one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done. And that was a big perspective shift for me, where fulfillment doesn't necessarily have to be from directly helping. Well, fulfillment can integrate with money. I think that's maybe the better takeaway there. But yeah, anyway, a lot to think about. I already said this, but I'm in no way perfect, and I have my own limiting beliefs, and I have my own set of limiting beliefs that I don't even know. I'm not even questioning. So, I'm right there with you, but I just wanted to highlight this because it was a big shift from this weekend, where it felt like the mindset in the room with this all these guys that I met, the mindset in the room was what can we achieve that's possible? And rather than oh, we can't do this because X, it's no, how can we do this? How are we going to achieve this? And then to have a conversation with someone who I believe is limiting their own potential was a big contrast that I noticed. And on that topic, I wanted to say that it's actually been refreshing in some regards to have some conversations with people in this hostel, specifically because they aren't of that same mindset, just to get a more breadth of experience and breadth of conversation. I chatted with two girls the other day. One was a teacher, uh, language teacher from Germany, and she was just talking about how she just like loved kids and teaching kids and teaching language. And I was like, this is just so wholesome, you know? I've been surrounded by like, you know, big dreams and making money and providing value and trying to find something you're fulfilled by. And there's this person here that's just like living their best life, and it was just so wholesome, you know. I think it was a good experience to hear that perspective. And there's this other girl, similarly, language, went to school for language or something like that. I just, yeah, good perspectives and experiences. It's nice to kind of get out of the bubble, I guess you would say. I've been craving getting in the bubble of finding shared values, but at the same time, it's like, it's been nice to expand my mind to the other paths of life. So anyway, that's what I had to share. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.